The success of a floral designer can begin with their tools. The use of the proper tools will make the construction of floral arrangements easier and more time efficient. Certain hand tools are essential for design work. It is important to purchase high-quality tools which are intended for commercial design use. These tools are available at any floral supply warehouse. Craft stores may have similar tools, however, they are typically intended for the hobbyist and not professional floral artists. The most important tool in a florist's toolbox is their knife. The floral knife is used in the initial processing of cut flowers as well as in daily floral design, as each flower must be cut before being inserted into a design. There are several varieties of knives available. My favorite is this pocket knife type, which has a very sharp blade, fits comfortably in my hand, and folds up when I'm not using it. The proper way to use your knife seems rather awkward at first. However, with practice it will become second nature. To use the knife, you hold the knife in your hand with the sharp part of the blade pointing upwards and towards that V in your hand or in your fist. If you've ever played tennis, this is how they tell you to hold a tennis racket as well. We hold the knife with our entire hand as if making a fist. So what you will do is, holding the flower in one hand, you're going to place the blade of the knife at a 45-degree angle against the stem end, and you're going to pull the blade quickly through the stem using your entire arm. So your elbow is moving back, and you're going to make a slanted cut. Obviously, you're going to want to keep your thumb and your fingers out of the path of the knife. By holding the knife with your fist and using your entire arm close to your body, as if you were to jab someone behind you, like this, you will never cut yourself. So, as I mentioned, you're going to be putting this at a 45-degree angle here, and you will be pulling it straight through, moving your elbow towards the back. It does seem very awkward at first, but with practice, you're going to find that using a knife while designing is much more efficient than using shears or clippers. Using a knife is also better for the flowers. Once again, hold the knife in your fist, place the knife at a 45-degree angle, and then pull quickly through the stem, moving your arm back. Practice will make perfect. Other tools that are important to a florist are the floral clippers or pruning shears. There are many different styles of clippers or pruning shears, some of these little snips. These are what we use to cut large branches or thicker flower stems or foliage stems. Floral clippers or pruning shears allow a cutting action that takes place in both directions, so it doesn't pinch the stem as scissors would. So these are much better than using scissors. You don't want to use scissors. Another tool that we really need are the wire cutters. There are several types of wire cutters. My favorite has this spring action handle and a very, very short blade here that can easily cut the thickness of any floral wire or any other heavy material. I prefer this type with the shorter blade so that I can use the tips of these blades when I'm trimming out wires in tight areas, such as in corsage work. If we are using a stripper, we need to remove the thorns from a rose. There's several types of strippers that are available. Hand strippers, sometimes called rose strippers or dethorners, come in several varieties. So these strippers are used to remove the thorns and the leaves from flower stems. This classic variety of stripper does a nice job. However, you have to be very, very careful that you don't squeeze too tight. I'm going to show you here on this Alstroemeria stem. If we actually squeeze too tight as we pull down, we can strip the bark from the stem, and we need to be very careful not to do this because it really can harm the flower. There's a new type that I really like. It's this plastic type of stripper. Can be used for roses, for anything, any other type of stem, and it really gets the job done. You're actually going to be able to just use that so efficiently, and it doesn't cause any harm to the flowers at all. We need a good pair of scissors. Sharp quality scissors are essential to a floral designer. These ribbon shears have the long, slender blade, and you really want to make sure that you just use those for cutting ribbon or tulle or some other sort of netting or fabric. You want them to maintain their sharpness. It's also helpful to have just a regular utility pair of scissors around that you might use for trimming foliage or cutting other materials. So here we have our basic hand tools that are used in floral design. These tools are essential for design work. You want to store them in a toolbox. Maintain your tools by keeping them sharp and clean, and they will continue to work efficiently and last a long time for you.